a wooden paddle dipped in water, and the water doesn't harm the glass at this temperature. As a matter of fact, it immediately turns to steam. And once he flattens and indents that bottom, then we're going to remove it from the blowpipe. So I'm going to have to leave the mic and prepare that funnel. Now when you go back in to reheat the top, you have to be real careful because that piece is cooled down to about 1500 degrees. We didn't cut that glass, we broke it. So all the way around the top of the piece you have little tiny fractures, and if you go in there too quickly, those little fractures could become big ones and go right down the side of the piece. Once he's sure that it's warm enough that it's not going to crack, he's going to go in and flash the entire piece. He has to pay particular attention to that funnel now because he doesn't want that to cool too much. And when he comes back to the bench, notice, if you will, how easily he sets that rod down on the arms of the bench. This is a very delicate attachment, and any sudden shock to that rod could cause that funnel to give up, and then that piece ends up on the ground. But that's how delicate we want that, because when we're finished with this piece, we should be able to just tap that rod, and that shock wave going down the rod will separate that funnel without pulling the bottom out of the piece. That block on the end of the bench that he's running the jacks through is beeswax, and we use that as a lubricant for our tools. Occasionally you'll see a flame come off of the tools, and that's the beeswax burning away. Now once he gets the top of this sufficiently open where he wants it, what we're going to do is we'll apply a handle to this piece, and then it will then become a mold. When we apply the handle, this isn't Frank's only move, but it's one of his best. Timing and temperature is very critical in glass blowing, and nothing's done to excess. You can actually blow this glass out so thin it'll become the consistency of cellophane and actually float in the air. About ready for the handle.
Neat. Pour a little and put that in the heater before that. Make sure it melds together properly. Pretty ridiculous.
Is there anyone that has any questions concerning what we just did? Anything at all? Yes, ma'am. The silver box. The silver box is our leer. This is where we cool the glass gradually. It operates at 860 degrees Fahrenheit. We put the pieces in there during the day, and when the day is over, like it is now for us, we wait for at least 1 hour, and then we plug the burner hole, plug the exhaust, and that comes down naturally overnight. We open that about 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, and it's still about 125 degrees in there. So when we open it, we just crack the door a little bit, let it cool the rest of the way. Then we can remove the items. If I made that mug and set it on the marver, instead of putting it in the leer, in 10 or 15 minutes it would start to crack and just fall to pieces. It must go through a slow cooling process. If you purchase any of our items, they're not dishwasher safe, should be washed in mildly warm water only. No coffee, no tea, nothing hot. Okay. Anything else? Ladies and gentlemen, we would certainly like to thank you here today for stopping by. We certainly appreciate that. We'd encourage you to stop by our sales area because it is your participation over there that helps to keep us blowing glass. And the finest pizza in the state fair is right here. Hand thrown. We have people consuming it as we speak, and you will not be sorry. Thanks an awful lot. Thank you. Bye.
You get a free glass? It's kind of cool.
Okay, that's it. For our party, I'm just going to put out all the mine. They're all different.
They are. They're right here. We might have.
You know, I would say. Yeah,